Hey, what's up, everybody? Me and Scout scouting it out in Coronado National Forest. It's really pretty out here. I'm gonna take a couple pictures and kind of zoom in here a little bit before I get started. Kind of show you guys. And then I'm gonna get into Esther chapter 4. I kind of forgot my Bible. Oops. But I do have service up here, so I wrote all 17 verses down on a piece of paper. So then that way I could still do it. I literally hiked all the way up here, realized I didn't have my Bible. I was like, oh crap. And then I realized I have my phone while I have service, so I'm going to hike all the way back down, grab some paper and a pen out of my car, and hike all the way back up here. See what I do? See what I do for this? Okay. Let's see. What's the best view? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna hold my phone. Or maybe I'll just sit here. Let me sit down for a minute. Ah, there we go. Okay. So I wrote it all down, so bear with me here. When Mordecai perceived at that all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes and put on sackcloth with ashes, and went out into the midst of the city, and cried with a loud and bitter cry, and came even before the king's gate, for none might enter unto the king's gate clothed with sackcloth. So Mordecai and the Jews were all mourning over all the Jews that got sacrificed because of the king being a freaking asshole. It's what pride will do to you. For real. Before the king's gate, and in every, verse 3, and in every province where, whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews, and fasting and wailing. And many lay in sackcloth and ashes. So Esther's maids, their chamberlains, came and told it to her. Then was the queen exceedingly grieved, and she sent remnant to clothe Mordecai and take away his sackcloth from him, but he received it not. Verse 5. Then called Esther for Hatach, one of the king's chamberlains, who had appointed to attend upon her, and gave him a commandment to Mordecai to know what was and why it was. So she had sent a guy out to give Mordecai some clothes, but it never got to him. Of course not. And she also sent out Hatach to talk to Mordecai to see what was going on. So Hatach went forth, verse 6, so Hatach went forth to Mordecai unto the, I think that's street of the city, which was before the king's gate. Verse 7, and Mordecai told him of all that happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman, the freaking asshole, had promised to pay to the king's treasuries for the Jews to destroy them. Also, he gave him a copy of the writing of the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them, to shew it unto Esther, and to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she should go in unto the king to make supplication unto him, and to make request before him for her people. And Hatach came and told Esther the words of Mordecai. Again Esther spake unto Hatach, and gave him commandment unto Mordecai. All the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces do know that whosoever man or woman shall come unto the king into the inner court, who is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death, except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. But I have not been called to come into the king's 30 days. So he's saying, go in there and talk to him about it. And she's like, I can't go in there because I'm not allowed to go in there, especially not these 30 days. They didn't call me in there. And the only way I can get out of being put to death for going in there uncalled is to be the golden scepter to be pointed towards her. And they ain't going to do that for her. Or she didn't think they were going to. Verse 12. And they told to Mordecai Esther's words. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews, for this thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time. Then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place, but thou art come to the kingdom for such time as this. Then Esther bade them return to Mordecai this answer: Go gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, and neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or fast for 3 days. Do not eat for 3 days, night or day. I also and my maidens will fast likewise, and so will I go in unto the king, which is not according to the law, and if I perish, I perish. So Mordecai went his way and did according to all that Esther had commanded. I kind of wonder if Mordecai asked her to do this, or if she was like, hey, I could go in here. I mean, I know she said that it was against the law for her to go in there, and I'm sure she was scared to do it, but did Mordecai ask her to do that? Or did she say, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to go in there and do it anyway? Because he says to be patient. He said, holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews. So I don't know if he was all like, just wait it out, and we'll figure this out. And she was like, no, I'm going to go in there and take care of business. If I die, I die. I don't care. Or if she was like, hey, I'm scared. If I go in there, they're going to chop my head off because, I wasn't called in there. And I'm especially not supposed to be in there those 30 days. So, and Mordecai was like, don't be selfish. Think of the Jews. You know what I mean? So I don't know if she felt bad and did it. I mean, I'm sure obviously she was upset. I would have been so upset to hear about, what happened to the Jews and in Mordecai. I mean, Mordecai was her uncle, I think is what it said. I can't remember, but I know that he was part of her family, and how hard it would be to be sitting next to a man that killed all your friends and your family, and maybe she did. Maybe she was all like, you know what? No, I'm not going to hold my peace. I'm going to go in there and say it. And if they kill me, they kill me, which is that's some courage right there. That's some courage, even if she was scared, for her to have that attitude of, I'm just going to go in there and take care of business. I don't care, So I just think that should empower us women, that we make a difference, we make a difference, and sometimes it takes a woman. I mean, sorry guys, but it's true. Sometimes it takes a woman to say no. You know what I mean? Or just to open somebody's eyes. It might take a woman's touch to get the job done. I'm not saying that, that in all cases, but I think us women should be empowered through the book of Esther to know that, we can take care of business, through our faith in Jesus, Yahuwah, that we can, as women, we can do anything through Christ who protects us. All things are possible. Anything's possible with Him. And, my battery's getting ready to die, but I'm really glad that I was able to get this chapter out. I worked really hard to get all the way back down and back up here and write it all out, and all these miscellaneous papers that I wrote it on out of my folder, out of my truck. But hey, you know what? I love it. It's the adventure. I love the adventure, and I'm adventurizing with Jesus, Yahuwah, next to me, or me next to Him, I should say. And He protects me every step of the way. He protects me out on the road, so I don't want nobody worried about me out here. Don't want nobody worried about me in the forest. Don't nobody worry about me in the mountains. God truly protects me. He really, really does. I mean, I've been up against a lot of things in the wilderness, and I just know that he protects me. I've seen bear and mountain lions and wolves and coyotes and boars, and I just can't describe to you how much he has protected me and has shown me his love in the wilderness. Me personally, this is my personal opinion. I would rather come out here and worship Jesus Christ than go to a church and worship Jesus Christ any day. That's just me personally. Patagonia. There's Patagonia. And all these cool little hills over here. A couple months ago, I was all the way up one of these little hills. Sorry, I start pointing and then my camera unfocuses. But right over on this little hill right here, I was on that one day. That was a big hike. Because, yeah, I was all the way up on that hill. I wasn't all the way up on the tippy top of there, but I was on this hill over here. And, yeah, I go to a lot of extreme heights to get up to these beautiful places. I really like Coronado National Forest, as you can see, because it's so gorgeous. And there's a lot of, the Arizona Trail goes through here. The Arizona Trail goes all the way through the state of Arizona. It also connects into Utah somewhere. Southern Utah. I don't know if it goes any farther than how much farther into Utah it goes. But I'm really glad I was able to after everything. But you know what? I forgot my Bible. It's my fault, you know? My fault. I'm not perfect. See, I'm not perfect by any means. But I'm glad I was able to have service up here to get my Bible app out, write it all down, have just enough battery life left to do this scope. Kind of hiked up this hill. My truck's down. My truck's down in that road, so it's really not too bad to hike all the way back up here, but this hill's kind of steep, and yeah, I come up, and then I realized I forgot my Bible. I was so kicking myself in the ass, you guys. And then I was like, I'm just going to go back down, get my paper. I got service up here. I get it, come back up. So, even though it's not very far, it'll probably be about 3 miles by the time I get done, because I had to go back down and then back up here again. And I hustled, let me tell you, because my battery life's going down every minute. And for some reason, my battery's not keeping charge very well. Like, I can even have it plugged in, and if I'm doing anything on it while it's plugged in, it slowly drains, even though it's plugged in. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I might have to get a new phone or something. I'm running out of memory card, even though I got a new memory card. Or I'm running out of memory even though I got a new card. You know, I don't know. Up on the mountain where your love captured me, where finally I'm free, this I know. Up on the mountain where you took this heart of stone, put life back in these bones, this I know. And then a storm rushing in, here I am again, this I know. Oh, I thought I heard some deer trucking around in the woods. No, maybe not. Sun shining and I'm breezing through the streets to get that feeling, yeah. My shades on it and I'm walking. I know I can get that feeling, yeah, that ooh, 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 ooh. Nothing can bring me down, nothing can stop me now, that I got you, Jesus, you. Yeah. Alright, I'm 15 minutes, guys. Love and peace. Love and